Welcome back on Gaming. This is Devin, and I guess that today was the day that all the reviews came out for The Last of Us Part 1, the remake of the remaster of the original game. And there was a lot of interesting information, I would say, from a lot of the reviews that happened, the critical reviews that happened. And all the information I found here was all on Metacritic. So let's go ahead and first start off with all three Last of Us games, all their Metacritic scores and that. So the first game, of course, The Last of Us on PS3. This one here got a 95. Then The Last of Us remaster got a 95%, same as the original game. And now the brand new The Last of Us Part 1 has a 89 Metacritic score for PS5. I mean, I know it's just a couple points here, so, maybe it's not that big of a deal. Something that I did want to go ahead and look at then is just another game that's very similar to this. So what I wanted to go ahead and look at was Demon Souls. So the original Demon Souls on PS3 was at 89%, and the remake was a 92%. So, and of course, you heard so many people give, just talk about Demon Souls, how amazing the remake looked, especially since it went right from PS3 to PS5, rather than, a game that came out on PS3, PS4, and then PS5. But, there were so many people that loved that Demon Souls game, that remake. Aside from, talking about Demon Souls here, let's try to go ahead and see why this Last of Us score maybe isn't 89, if that is really important. So I went ahead, looked at a lot of the reviews for the games from all these, video game critics, and let's go ahead and look at them. So first one here, Well Played, says, while the original will always have a place in the hearts of many players, The Last of Us Part 1 is a definitive way to experience the beginning of Joel and Ellie's journey. Even if the price is a little steep. Okay, this one's, of course, talking about price. Now, let's go ahead here to the next one. 4players.d. The Last of Us Part 1 is an excellent remake of the PS4 milestone. It doesn't quite go the final mile in a few spots. Okay, that's interesting as well. Power Unlimited, which the part that I'll go here on this one is that, it talks about the graphics, and to a lesser extent, also talks about how, only worth buying for the biggest fans and rich tattoos. Okay. I mean, whatever you want to put there. But, of course, this is more talking about price. And then let's go ahead here to Hobby Consoles, see what they say. And, of course, all these reviews are very good scores. I believe all these were right now in the 90s, so that's very good, very good. This next one here, of course, is that The Last of Us is still a masterpiece, and the PS5 remake looks truly next gen. There are some gameplay improvements and new game models, but it is truly not enough to buy the game for a third time if we've already played the original and the PS4 remaster. Okay, so there's something else there too. And then here's, I would say, the final review that that I wanted to go ahead and look at is V Games, and they said, I'm sorry, I'm not joining the whole $70 USD debate, and instead focusing on the remake itself, which is still the same game from 2013, but probably the best way you can play it. The new graphics and animations are simply super, and the game does provide some incentives to play it again, which is always welcome. In short, The Last of Us Part 2 is simply a great game, though you had enough of The Last of Us. It's really not a must-buy title. So, of course, the thing that we can sort of gather from this is that it's not worth the price. It's not worth the $70. There's not really much that was added to it to make it that extra money. So I joked around with someone in the comments of a previous video talking about how it was about the PlayStation potentially, the PS5 potentially being $50 more. And I guess I still have not said anything about the US, which of course is good. But I joked around and said that, Last of Us is really probably a $20 game, but they're instead of making the console $50, they're adding it on to The Last of Us Part 1. And so that's where they're going to get that extra $50 from. But just kidding, of course, just kidding. But this game just is not worth it. If they did, go the whole way with the remake, just completely making it like The Last of Us Part 2 with like proning and just a few more improvements there, possibly. But the real thing that it really needed was the original multiplayer. The original multiplayer on PS5, and I believe even on PS4, there is not a way to play multiplayer Last of Us. I mean, if they were to have added the multiplayer to any of these games here, especially The Last of Us Part 1, I think it would have been well worth the $70. But it just is the same story that we played already on PS3, PS4, and now PS5. And then more than likely going to be a PS Plus game sometime down the line, or a PC port or something like that as well. But I'm pretty sure that you'll be able to get this game pretty cheap, because I do not see that this game is really going to be moving that much, just because there's no incentive to buy this game. And any other thing that's very interesting here, and of course I'm ending the video here, but I went ahead and did a few short videos of just The Last of Us, because I wanted to go ahead and see, go to GameStop, Best Buy, see what the price of the remastered PS4 version is. I can't find it. I don't know what happened, if they were all pulled or something, but I couldn't find a used copy of The Last of Us remaster for PS4 or anything. So very interesting. But go ahead and watch my short video from earlier today of me actually finding The Last of Us Part 1 in the wild at a store. But anyways, if you like this video, like, subscribe, all that good stuff. And yeah, we'll see you soon. Bye.
He's got a rifle!